Yo, what's up guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. That time when my daughter from another timeline visited me by KiritoBambre. Chapter 19. Prison of Despair. Rimuru Pav. Looks like there's no time to play around. Time to get serious, is what I thought, but first. Seal-san, can you show me Ivage's status? I want to create a countermeasures for anything bad that might happen. I asked Seal for help. Ivaj and me are now equal when it comes to power. What's more, he's still growing stronger. Although his growth was slower than before, it's still a problem if I don't deal with it. If I want to win, I must use all my trump cards and give my all to this fight. Besides, I don't want to hear the complaints of my fellow demon lord if I lose, especially Guy. That red-haired demon was a pain in the ass after all. Less than understood. Assessing Ivage's status. Successful. Name. Ivaj, EP. Plus 558,669,809 plus. True Evil Sword. 42,453,248. Race. Godly Being. The Ultimate Evil True Dragon God. Title. World Destroyer Magic. True Dragon Magic, God Tier Magic. Ultimate Skill. Reflection King Mirzad, Copy King Imiter. Resistance. Natural Ailments Resistance, Physical Attack Nullification, Natural Effects Nullification, Abnormal Condition Nullification, Mental Attack Nullification, Holy Demonic Attack Resistances greater than. What the? His existence value was already nearly infinite. What's more, it keeps increasing. He also have two ultimate skill that has great advantage when fighting a strong opponent. Reflection King that deflect any attack, and Copy King that imitate any skill and technique he see. What? That's a cheat, man. That's so unfair, I complained. Looks like I'm at a disadvantage here, is what I think. But before losing hope again, Seal reassured me once again. Less than no, you're not, master. Although his two ultimate skill is strong, it still have limit. The ultimate skill Reflection King can't deflect an attack that has strong output than his, and also, he can't copy a skill if he don't know the formula or principle of what skill or technique we used. Greater than. I see. So that's it. Thanks, I said to Seal. Really? I'm so lucky that my reliable partner was here. Okay. So his two ultimate skill has also a few weak points, and if I want to inflict a damage to him, attacking him through his soul is the best way. Let's test it out then, is what I thought as I kicked the air and speed up. I readied my sword as I lunged towards Ivaj. As the time passed, I become more accustomed of using turn null by applying it to any of my attack and technique with the help of Seal. That give birth to a new sword technique. It's called the Infinity Blade. Unlike the imaginary blade that has the main characteristic of damaging the soul by eating through it, Infinity Blade have the characteristic of damaging both the physical and spiritual body by devouring the space it slash. Because it eats the space around it and throws it into imaginary space, it has a performance that is impossible to defend against. In short, it's a technique that can't be resist, defend, or neutralize by any means. The only effective way to counter this is to avoid it. And yet, even then, the space made a screeching noise, and my sword was caught. What the? He blocked it. I thought it was a sure kill technique. I thought as I made a scream inside. Yeah, who wouldn't be surprised about it? This is the second time where my sure kill technique was blocked by the enemy, you know. One of my aesthetics was that a sure kill technique should be a sure kill technique. It's a matter of course for my friends that the second time was not the charm. Phew. Oh, well. Let's just forget it. These things just happen. Less than wait, master. It looks like his sword was imbued with his ultimate skill Reflection King. That's why your attack bounced back. Greater than. Oh. Is that so? Wait, you said if I increase the output of my attack, he can't reflect it, right? Less than yes. That is correct. The attack you made only use 40% of turn null energy. That's why it easily blocked by the enemy. Though it was enough to not reflect back at you, master. Greater than. I see. Even if an ultimate skill was used to increase the power, It could be dealt with if the opponent who also had an ultimate skill. Even without it, there was no way to make it hit. If so, I just have to increase the output of my attack to 100% right. That way, I can inflict much damage to him, I concluded to seal. Less than yes. That is correct. So, do Master want to unlock all restraints, yes or no, greater than? Yes. I answered to seal in a serious tone. It's different from the last time I was fighting Ivaj before his evolution where I just unleashed all my energy. This time, I'm unleashing all my resistance, magic, skill, all of it. Less than turn null energy output, 54%, 78%, 100%. Applying it to Master's sword, successful. Greater than. I grinned. After that, I vanished into thin air, and appeared in front of Ivaj. He immediately noticed me and started to step back and readied his sword to block the attack, but it was already too late. I slashed his body with all my power, hoping to inflict a damage even a little. Ag. Ugh. I hit HURRRTS. What the hell did you do? A confused Ivaj asked. Ooh. The result was more than I expected, is what I thought. Why, you ask? It's because Ivaj have a big slashed wound that ran through his body with a gush of blood flowing in it. Although he healed his wound immediately, it was only in physical body. The damage he received through spiritual body is something he can't recover. He. Looks like my partner wasn't lying. I did still have a chance against him. I said, feeling confident once again as I lunged toward Ivaj with full of vigor. Ivaj was acutely aware on what kind of enemy he was facing. Even after gaining more power, he still can't defeat the person that he wants to kill the most. To be honest, at first he had thought that his power was far more stronger than the person standing in front of him. That changed the moment Rimuru punched him in the gut and sent him through space. The damage he gained after that was immense that it created a big hole in his stomach. After all, his barrier was useless in the face of Rimuru's null magic. He even has to create a body double just to recover. From then on, he regarded him as an enemy that he was needed to kill no matter what. Even so, he still thought that he would not be much of an enemy after his evolution to godhood. But now, Ivaj was naive to even think that. After all, the person he was fighting, the demon lord Rimuru, just inflicted damage to him that it was so hurt that feels he wants to cry. That made him fully aware the danger that Rimuru possess. His power after evolution was still a newly acquired, but still, his true nature as the evil dragon that lived and fight in many years ago have more advantage and experience than Rimuru that only lived in 6 years in the world of swords and magic. I'm more stronger than him, so how come I can't hit him even once? Are you telling that he has more experience than me when it comes to fighting? Don't make me laugh. Ivaj swung his evil long sword more faster than before, like he was desperate. Little by little, he can now control his power more accurately, but he still can't hit Rimuru even a single attack. He's not firing any long-range attack, so he already realized that I can reflect any attack he fires at me. How naive. He realized that he can't defeat Rimuru in a sword fight, so he decided to crush Rimuru with an overwhelming difference in power. After his evolution, he gained 2 skill through his own wish that was suited for him and him only. One is the ultimate skill Reflection King Mirzad and the other one is the ultimate skill Copy King Imiter. Reflection King Mirzad is the ability to reflect any range attack and give it back 2 times more stronger than the original, whereas Copy King Imiter is the ability to copy any skill and magic using its sub-skill, the Eye of Truth. He was just waiting for the perfect opportunity to attack when his enemy, Rimuru, was at his weakness. But he didn't know that Rimuru, his enemy, already has knowledge about it and already created a plan to counter it. Rimuru slashed Ivaj with his sword. Although Ivaj blocked it, the impact made him throw at a distance. Rag. Void Nova Break. At that time, Rimuru fired his Void Nova Break towards Ivaj. Ivaj didn't cower upon noticing that, but instead show an evil grin that shows confidence. Ha. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Using my ultimate skill Reflection King, I'll deflect that attack 2 times more stronger back at him. Once it hit him, it will leave him open for sure. In that moment, I'll kill him. Ivaj thought. It's true that if Rimuru was hit by his own attack 2 times more stronger, it will leave him open. though it will only happen if Ivaj successfully deflected the attack. After all, Rimuru used his 100% of turn null energy to power up even more the attack he unleashed. What's more, dealing with the turn null energy requires a Mana's Theosophy nucleus, an intelligent being that have a role as a support. In short, Ivaj can't deflect it with himself and his skill alone. He. Rag. Deflected. Mirzat, on the other hand, Ivaj didn't bother himself what the attack contained. He was so confident that he can deflect any attack that he forgot that his own skill also have limit. Boom. WSSSHH. The sound of two different power clashing each other can be heard in a wide and dark space. It was so electrifying that the nearby planet around them shattered little by little. Ugh. What the? I can't reflect it. I am impossible. This is impossible. In this moment, Ivaj finally realized his own naivety. He cursed himself for not realizing it sooner. He felt an emotion that was not fit as the world destroyer. That emotion was fear. He feared of losing to anyone. He feared of losing his own life. An emotion that he felt for the very first time. This guy is a monster, Ivaj admitted from the bottom of his heart. Every attack he launched at Rimuru was unsuccessful. Even his two ultimate skill that he acquired after his evolution, which he had used with deadly intent, was instantly drowned out. Ivaj could not believe what he was seeing with his own eyes. The moment he lost before his evolution, he no longer had an effective means of attack against Rimuru. By the time he realized this, the battle had already been decided. This time, he didn't bother to reflect the attack, but instead dodge it. He can't reflect the attack back at Rimuru that was powered up by turn null energy, so he just evaded in a point-blank range. The attack hit the planet that was at the back of Ivaj. It clearly obliterated the whole planet and turned into tiny pieces. Huff. Huff. Now that it come to this, I have no choice but to use that technique. I don't want to admit it, but he's strong. Too strong. I can't defeat him even if I evolve many times. Ivaj admitted to himself. It's true that Rimuru was strong, but in his current level, he can fight Rimuru in equal level. He just misunderstood his own power and decided to back off. Rimuru grinned upon noticing the exhaustion and grief in Ivaraj's face. He lunged towards Ivaraj with killing intent and decided to finish the battle. Ivaraj squeaked like a diseased chicken and tried to run away, but his body didn't move. Rimuru pierced his sword in Ivaraj's heart. Ivaraj gushed a huge amount of blood through his mouth, but instead of giving up, he unleashed his hidden magic that will imprison Rimuru forever. He can't read Rimuru's movement, so instead of attacking furiously, he used his own body as bait to lead Rimuru in this situation. Hey! God-tier magic. Eternal prism, he said as a shiny barrier enveloped Rimuru. It caught Rimuru by surprise that he attacked it with all his power. But instead of breaking the barrier until it shattered, it swallowed the attack until it completely drowned out. Heh. It's no use. Eternal prism devours the energy and life force of the target. Until you withered and completely die, my magic will never be shattered. Although I used 50% of my life force to create this technique, using it just stopped this monster from its advance still didn't feel good. But I guess I can't be careless here. I still fully don't know what you really can do. That's why, I will kill all your friends before you freed yourself. Ha 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 ha. Ivaraj laughed evilly as he left Rimuru and headed to the planet that Rimuru and his friends currently lived in. To be continued.